Hello fellow traders, my name is Simon. Welcome again to Full-Sight Forex Academy. I'm here with a brand new weekly forecast. So without any more time to waste, let's head to the chart and have a clear view of what is going to happen in this week. Let's go. Okay, now as you can see, we are on DXY on 1 hour time frame. Currently what I have noticed in the chart of DXY is that we actually previously have taken two equal highs. And these two equal highs hold a lot of money, and the next move that the market did was to turn back to the downside, which actually this move of the market makes this green zone a really strong resistance area. And recently the DXY has taken another support below it, which was made by these two equal lows. Let me extend it for you a little bit. And as you all can see, we have a clear pullback and a reaction to the area. So the next move that we hope for DXY to do is to come a little bit more to the upside and then start with a really stronger move to the downside. So the overall look will be bearish. So for more confidence, we are actually going to 4 hour time frame, so we can have a better view at the chart. And yes, what I currently see here is that, again, here we have two equal or three equal highs even. And recently the market has turned back to the downside below the level. And as I said, this makes this green area that I'm pointing at a really strong resistance level. And we are actually going to experience a pullback to this area now that it's clear. And then we are going to have this kind of movement. So the overall look will be a bearish move to the downside. So currencies like GBPUSD or XAUUSD are going to rise. And we have another sign that DXY might really fall. And that sign is a divergence between the MACD and the price of DXY. As you can see, the DXY has formed a higher high, but the MACD has formed a lower low. So this will actually help the bearish momentum of DXY and can help it to move more to the downside. But as we actually move to the 4 hour time frame, we saw that we are going to have a little bit of a pullback to the upside. Then we're going to experience a really bigger movement to the downside. Why? Because already the supports below this level are taken and we have an open area for the movement to the downside. And that's it for DXY. Let's head to another one and see what we have. Okay, the old man gold. Now that we are on the gold, again, we have the confirmation of MACD about gold rising. And as we said, if the dollar is going to fall to the downside, currencies and commodities like GBPUSD and XAUUSD or XAGUSD are going to rise up. And we can already see that the movement to the upside in this kind of currency and probably as well as GBPUSD has started. So we can look more for buying trades than selling trades in these commodities and currencies. And what I'm currently seeing here is that recently XAUUSD has passed several equal highs. And this movement to the upside shows us that it has taken a lot of liquidity, and it depends on DXY how this liquidity is going to get used in XAUUSD. And even if the price of XAUUSD passes this area to the downside and makes this green area a really strong resistance, we still have this support level, which is still a strong support below this level that actually supports the theory of DXY having a pullback to the upside. So maybe with DXY's pullback to the upside, we can see that XAUUSD will move the opposite way of DXY and move to the downside to this area and then start to move to the upside. So we can look for buying trades around this area. And for better confirmation, we can go to 4 hour time frame. And yes, there are equal highs on this level, and this actually makes a really strong support. Hopefully it doesn't get taken out by XAUUSD going below the level, So we have the XY's return to the upside, which is going to force the price of XAUUSD to move to the downside. But if the scales are right, we should probably have a really strong support around here, which actually moves the price to the upside again. And again, once again in 4-hour time frame, we have the confirmation of MACD as we had it on 1 hour. So we have a bullish divergence, which actually helps the bullish momentum in the market of XAUUSD. And that's it for XAUUSD. Let's head to another one, for example, GBPUSD. Okay, now we are on the 1 hour time frame. Once again, MACD is showing a bullish divergence, which actually moved the price of GBPUSD in 1 hour time frame to the upside. And this is a good sign. And another thing that I'm seeing is that we have a single high here taken. There are no equal highs below it. We have a single high, and at the same time that DXY is trying to pull back to the upside, we can have GBPUSD move to the downside, probably to this area, and then it will be supported by the buyers of its market and go to the upside because of the DXY is falling. So it would have a bullish momentum around here. And this one as well supports our theory of the movement of DXY. That's a good sign, isn't it? Okay, let's head to another one. Let's head to USDJPY. Again, what I'm seeing here is that 2 equal lows has been taken out, and this green area has actually acted like a support for the falling. It is actually a real-time resistance, because when the price tried to pull back to the upside of this level, it couldn't pull back to the upside, and we might actually have another pullback to this area. And if the scalings are right, we are going to have something like this as our movement on USDJPY, and then we are going to experience a move to the downside. And once again, MACD is telling us that this beautiful currency is falling, just like its old father DXY. And in a bigger scale, let's go to 4 hour. Again, we have the support and confirmation of the MACD lines and MACD clouds, which are telling us that this little currency is going to fall. And let's head to its brother, USDCHF. It has taken 2 unequal lows, which actually can cause such movement. As I draw it, like the price of it might come up here, go a little bit to the downside, again come up, give us a small pullback, then comes here to confirm that it is actually currently on a resistance, and then it can have the bullish momentum of its father DXY, so it can actually let itself to fall down. And let's head to another one. Let's take a look at CADJPY. Let's see what this one is going to do, regardless of DXY or anything. I see a lot of low spikes here, which actually have a lot of forgotten money, named liquidity, below them. So the price of CADJPY will eventually move to the downside just in order to gather all the money that is lying down here. And now that I'm looking at the 4 hour time frame, I am seeing some signs that this one might fall as well, because the MACD is showing a confirmation of a bearish divergence, and this divergence is actually going to help our theory of this currency falling. Okay, fellow traders, that's it for this week's weekly forecast, and I hope you have enjoyed it. Have a good time and peace.